Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my Let's Play of West of Loathing. Last episode, we took the train back from Emperor Norton, and we're just hanging out in Frisco right now, trying to wrap up some of our last missions in the game. Well, at least it feels like that. Let's jump right back into it. Alright. You did it, but thanks, boss. We got the track laid right. Oh, yeah. We got the tracks finished in Frisco. This was a one-way train, so there's no sense in going in there now. Looks like someone on that train got a job as the projectionist. If you'd like to watch a movie, it's free because movies have only recently been invented. Nobody has. Sorry, guys, just give me 1 minute. Alright, I apologize. Nobody has figured out what they can charge for them yet. No, doing this will not change anything about the world or your character. When the cutscene is over, you'll still be here, right here, and you can keep playing if you want. Show me the final cutscene. Not just yet. Alright, let's see the final cutscene. Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out, the consequences of their actions, like... With the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over the world. All over to seek their fortunes, but thanks to you, they didn't know... They didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. Alright, looks like Frisco is thriving. Alright, maybe nothing happens now? Maybe just gonna keep scrolling across all these houses, because it did say, as far as the eye could see, it was same house after same house. Look at that angry looking chef guy. Alright, I'm waiting. Because it seems like they always do something if you wait long enough. Angry chef guy's walking back the other way. Hey, it's the Pringles guy. Alright, I don't really know if it's the Pringles guy. I don't want to say it was. But it definitely looked like him. Alright, I'm guessing nothing's going to happen. Alright, hey, there's the Pringles guy again. Alright, I'm gonna hit a button. With the railroad completed and Norton ousted, Smee found himself out of a job, but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. City Hall, there's Smee. Look how happy he is. Dissatisfied with the thought of returning to her old life in Boring Springs, Doc Alice opened a free clinic in Frisco and lived out the rest of her days as a practicing doctor. Frisco's loose moral atmosphere and the opening of a mercury mine a ways down the peninsula meant she'd stayed too busy to worry much most days. But the clinic was so important to Frisco's eventual counterculture movement that a popular song was written about it. The refrain was, you can get rid of anything you want at Alice's clinic. Look at these tweakers. Pringles guy needs his fix. Needs him some smack. Because once he popped, he couldn't stop. I know, lame guys. After she finished getting the bakery boys up and running, Louise moved to Frisco and opened her own shop specializing in artisanal breads and pies. Thanks to your assistance, Hobart Buppert got the photography bug, or should we say photography owl. Anyway, he opened up an art gallery so the citizens of Frisco would never again have to suffer from the inability to see pictures of owl skeletons whenever they wanted. Good for him. Kurtz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to word of mouth because the first ruler of Kurt's Fit is that you cannot stop. First rule of Kurt's Fit is that you can't stop talking about Kurt's Fit. Look at these guys go. Looks like they're jazzercising. The musicians you sent to Dirtwater formed a band called Wasco and the Pufferfish. They had a few hits, then mostly faded into obscurity, though you'd occasionally hear Wasco in a radio ad years later. They're rocking it out. Pringles guys there rocking out too. You solved all of Breadwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well and the broken hitching post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade of the buttery biscuit, and add a second story to the bunkhouse, though they even managed to get the horse into rehab. How nice Breadwood is now. They should have made me mayor since I did everything for them. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. You won 2 of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Good. Remember when that Dick fella came through here? Yeah, it was kind of okay at this game. Mediocrity, guys, that's what I strive for. With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first I had to build a town nearby, but once I did, hoo-wee. Dirtwater became, relatively speaking, a thriving metropolis thanks to your efforts as a commerce ambassador and all-around helpful stranger. The once sleepy town became a shining oasis in a barren land. Every man, woman, and child in town knew your name. They even put up a little plaque with your name on it in your old room at the Jewel. Isn't there a necromancer I'm supposed to be getting rid of? Guy's still rocking out on the piano. The unibrow guy still slinging his slot. Alright. As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Frisco and bought a very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to seek your fortune. Unfortunately, you ended up your adventure nearly penniless. Oh well, maybe Rufus can find somebody else to look up to. Get all the hats. 2. I have more hats than 2. There, that's better. Where's my spittoon? Where's my square mask? Oh, you probably don't put masks on hat racks, though. Makes sense. In 1906, all the remaining cows in the west were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic single-minded herd, led by the infernal sadist Duke Bobicus. The cow army thundered east toward Dirtwater. Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Fortunately, all the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. 422 years later, but deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the thing they were built to do. It's probably fine, and you You and everybody you know are dead by then. Most of the humanity has moved to space. Still, though, it's a shame about the planet. There were some cool bars there. What about the doll we let go? Alright guys, well, apparently that's it. But we're not going to wrap it up there. We got some more stuff to do. We have all these punch cards we need to get checked out. We need to get back into Hellstrom Ranch to go fight what's-his-face. Alright, that's fine. So the Lost Dutch Oven Mine. Running with the worst smelling snake you've ever seen. Basically a cartoon line, stink line come to life. We still got stuff to wrap up here. We can't leave it at that. We got all this vibrato stuff to take care of. We gotta go fight. We gotta go through the portal at Hellstrom to fight whatever's over there. We got lots to do. Whenever I examine the dice, I accidentally stub your toe on it. It hurts, but the box moves. It might be lighter than it looks. Let's take it. Oh yeah, we're gonna leave it be, because all it does is bring more stuff for us to fight. We're basically going to bounce from cave to cave to try to see if we can't figure out where this was, because honestly, I don't remember. You look at the mining equipment, you have no idea what any of it does. Explain it to Alice. Okay, so the first machine here, it's an automatic shale grinder. Let's move on to the next one. This thing over here is the mixed gold. Flatten it. And then we also have the magnetic backfill divider that converts sulfur into angular coat. Got the perk Mine Splainer. The real expert, you gain XP when you interact with mining stuff. Nice. I don't know why I had to stop and run into that cactus. Let's open it. We got sulfur matches and smelling salts. Oh yeah, I picked up a pickaxe from that. Alright, nothing there. Running toward this, you pass by a building in which a barn dance is happening. I guess that makes it a barn. The people inside seem to be having a pretty good time. Let's join in. If I remember right, this is nothing. This is just a big long cave with with the plaque writer who was there and just wrote different notes. Your travels interrupted by a fairly disturbing sight. A skeleton covered with weird glowing mushrooms, which shambling towards you, making angry hissing sounds and weird gestures. Hiss. Thing just give us the finger? I think it's supposed to be like an incantation sort of deal. Alright, let's kill this guy. And now he's dead. House leveled up, we got a mushroom covered bone. Alright, let's leave it because we don't know any of those words. Alright, let's get out of there. Another mine. Oh, we've never been to Fort Treason either. We should make our way up there. It's a goblin. Let's attack the goblin. Can't believe we never went to Fort Treason, guys. He didn't tell me. Got a Breadwood cheat sheet. Handy reference guide to some of the most fashionable profanity mankind has to offer. Nice. Alright, I already sent the minecart through there and it got stuck. Whatever makes it stuck is going to require something heavier duty than a can of oil, seems like. Alright, so I don't know what we can use on that. But I feel like we need to get back there. Alright, let's turn to Fort Treason, so at least there's something accomplished here. Spot a skeleton a few yards away on the side of the trail. You tie Steve Buscombe to a tree just out of sight. No sense in scaring him. Investigate somehow its saddlebags are still intact. Big plus sign. Look at the cannon. It's a fine cannon, demi-culverin in size. Put our cannonball in there. You look through the rangefinder cannon, but you can't see any indication of anything you want to shoot at. You decide not to waste the ball. Go over the leavings, Jelly Dusker, go, and sugar guns. Hardtack, artillery targeting flare, and silver bullet. Silver bullet, chemical bullet, military grade whiskey. Full canteen, incendiary bullet, Private Lemon's diary. Key to P.O. Box 114, Private Mathau's diary, incendiary bullet, and full canteen. Let's take a look at these diaries. Most of Private Mathau's diary is empty pages, ink splotches, and latrine duty again, blah blah blah. Near the end, though, you start to see notes about Fort's commanding officer Captain Simon going off the deep end. As Mathau puts it, being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere doing nothing is driving the captain friggin' bug nuts. When the captain eventually decided that a nearby ranch occupied by a solitary woman and her book collection was actually an empty spy outpost, Mathau felt compelled to warn the woman, but He's too worried about getting court-martialed to give her any specific details of the looming threat. In an attempt to prevent an imminent cannon bombardment of the ranch, Mathau stole some ballistic charts and hid them in the post office box during shore leave in Dirtwater. This place doesn't have any damn shore. He comments, "What the hell?" Fortunately, the cannons had already been calibrated, and when Mathau returned, he discovered that shelling had already begun. In his last entry, he declares his intention to start a mutiny, but the diary ends with no conclusion to the story. Alright, let's read Private Lemon's diary. It's pretty dry and not very interesting. It's just lists of the day-to-day duties of this straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Toward the end, though, it starts to mention commanding officer Captain Simon becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. Lemon doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. Private Lemon's diary is pretty... Toward the end, though, Lemon doesn't... Last few entries have to do with dissent in the ranks and the possibility of mutiny, the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. Must have been where they stored all the fire. Check Jumble Neck Mine, it was nothing in there. Check the soup stock load. The deep, gravelly exhalation of breath behind you, and you realize you've been ambushed by a hell cow, a big one. Grab it by the horns. We got all the soup for breadwood. Unlock it. We got El Vibrato fluid. The screen on the machine says something, light pulses in a pentagonal aperture on the side. Let's insert the fluid. The 3 buttons appear on the screen. Got an El Vibrato food cube. Insert the fluid. Let's go with number 2. We got El Vibrato rum. Let's go with number 3. We got El Vibrato seltzer. Run to where was the fort where they were playing the games, because I want to finish the rest of those too. Oh, it was definitely not Fort of Darkness. Where the hippies live. Fight this El Vibrato machine. No problem. Nice. Let's play their little game. Alright, I think we can do it this time. Heal myself. Heal the cow. Heal this person. Attack again. Heal everyone again. Him. We died. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this episode up here though. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks.